What is going on, everyone? We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are
HellaDepraved.
And this is Karma and Sez On The Beat.
And it's been a while.
And it's been a while.
Right. I'm excited.
This is the second time we've recorded this.
Just the intro,
And I
guys.
am so sad. Well, the intro, yeah. And I'm so sad because I had a great Sez On The Beat joke.
He did.
That
And
was
he
flawless.
said it beautifully, tongue twister and all. And then my doctor's office called to confirm an appointment this week, so I had to take the call. So we are reiterating the intro. I'm sorry, babe.
The song is called BHAGWAAN.
I'm excited.
Maybe. I don't...
Yeah, sure.
I feel like, by the way, when our Indian folk watch our reactions and they hear us say things, it's like us listening to redneck people speak English. Because it's like super close to the right thing, but it's not.
It's absolutely not.
Not.
Yeah.
It's like just off.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, you guys. Oh, cringe. We apologize. Lord, I apologize. Anyway.
Speaking of Lord, so BHAGWAAN
right.
stands for God, I believe.
Okay.
I believe.
You believe.
I think that's what it says when it starts. So, anyways, without further hubbub, this is Karma and Sez On The Beat with BHAGWAAN.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go.
Sez on the beat, boy.
एक था टाइम मैं छोटी मोटी करता था राइम मेरा सपना था रैप का और करता पढ़ाई वाज अ गुड बॉय मेरी आंखों में थी शाइन फेस पे थी स्माइल लड़का था काइंड मैं और मेरा दोस्त साथ जाते थे स्कूल पापा छोड़ने भी चेतक पे इट वाज स्कूल मंगलवार को चिकन वाली करते ना भूल भगवान का
Dedicated to Lord Hanuman. The Hindu devotee should not eat non-vegetarian on this. Oh my gosh. I would just not eat on those days.
Should not eat non-vegetarian.
I would just not eat.
I think it means that they should be vegetarian on that day.
Yeah. Should not eat non-vegetarian food, so.
Yeah, the double negative was throwing me off. Okay.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you kind of have a limited, but...
I would have a day where I would just be like, green beans, I guess.
I mean, I could survive on hummus alone, but, you know. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
छोड़ने भी चेतक पे
Scooter would be cool.
मंगलवार को चिकन वाली करते ना भूल भगवान का शुक्र आफ्टर ऑल इट वाज गुड एग्जाम वाला बोर्ड भगवान का शिकर आस्था थी पूरी जाता मैं प्रसाद था लेकर
Okay, I'm going to be honest, and this isn't just their religion, it's Christian religion. It's
religion.
Organized
religion.
Organized religions in general have always confused me with where the ideas come up from of like what can and can't be eaten on what days, or like in the Christian religion there's also like certain days you're supposed to sacrifice animals on and stuff too, but not others.
There's fasting periods.
It's just weird.
There's yeah. I mean, again, a lot of the food restrictions, at least in terms of fasting, is to focus yourself on prayer.
I like to focus on eating.
Which is why there are fasting periods. Wow. So that you're not indulging yourself and gorging yourself when you should be.
Do you know what I would be praying for?
Food.
Really good food.
Food.
Okay.
Yeah, you would be. Wow. Okay, guys. So
this
no
is why
fasting
I'm not
religions
religious
for you. Yeah.
I think I'm just going to practice Celtic religion. What's it called again? Not Greek. The Celtic one.
Are you talking about Druidism?
Sure.
That's almost been eradicated, or like what are you going for?
I want to worship Odin.
No, baby, that's Norse. Odin is Norse religion.
Yeah.
You said Celtic.
The Celts. Look, Vikings were Celtics. I guess they were Norse. Listen, okay. I just want to grow fancy beard and swing axes.
So we are talking about northern islands for sure. I mean, at least you've gotten that part sort of inaccurately correct. We are on the same side of the world, as it were. Same side of the equator. Wow, guys, I am so sorry.
By the way, I am absolutely wrong. Okay, I legit thought they do Celtic knots and everything for their religion. I'm just saying.
Knot work is common in
I don't care. They shouldn't
all
share
religions.
things. Okay. At least that'd be like if they made their crosses look the exact same as a Christian cross. Then I get confused. But no, they're a little bit different. Enough
yeah,
so.
but there's some good
good
old
just like
Orthodox
Onks look different
crosses
as
that
well.
like
And, I'm just saying.
Onks are very different because they embrace the feminine and the male versus just the cross, which is just like
You talking about the cross with the pretty little hoop on the top?
that's an onk.
That's what I said.
Yeah, the hoop embraces feminine. The cross at the bottom part, the phallic part that dangles down.
That's why I said it's a little bit different. All these other places.
Yeah, it's a little bit different because they understand feminine power. Anyway, guys, I am so sorry. Let's get back to wow.
I was kidding anyways.
This
I wouldn't want to worship.
But this is probably why tracks that have to do with gods will get us sidetracked.
We are going. I will never not get in trouble with any community when it comes to religion because I am bad at this shit. I am bad. Bad.
Well, especially when fasting and lack of
fuck
certain
that, dude.
foods
Food.
is.
I need food.
He's hungry, y'all.
Always. I am always hungry. I
verging
didn't
on
get these
hangry.
titties by not eating. Okay. You got them naturally. I did not.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's just food supply.
Mabel the cow, maybe.
Yeah, not for me. Not for me. Okay,
Yes.
anyway, I love it. Love it.
I'm just saying food. You know the song Shoes? Food. Food.
Let's get some food.
I now want to parody that. Let's go.
गुड एग्जाम वाला बोर्ड भगवान का शिकर आस्था थी पूरी जाता मैं प्रसाद था लेकर ऊपर वाले पे भरोसा कुछ गलत नहीं होगा उसका नाम लेके कुछ भी कर जाने का जिगर उसके नाम का दिलासा उसके नाम से था प्यार मैं मानता था उसी ने बनाया संसार आंखों में थे सपने लड़के थे 16 के मैं लड़ा उससे जिसने कभी मुझे ये बोला कि दुनिया में भगवान नहीं है तो उससे परवाह नहीं है यहाँ पे भगवान नहीं है तो उससे परवाह नहीं एज 21 चला लाइफ.
Okay, I actually, about halfway through that verse, I was like, this is going to go bad somewhere.
Right.
It might go back to being good again.
Dreams
now that he's
have to be destroyed. I mean,
But-
here's the thing. Yeah, you do enter the world with sort of an idyllic sense of the world. And if your childhood is the way that all of us imagine a childhood should be, you're pretty well insulated from learning any of the tough life lessons, and so you can keep those views. It's when you start to learn about life and life's not fair and so on and so forth, and bad things happen to good people, that you really start to make your own decisions about your religion. So, yes.
एज 21 चला लाइफ का पता मैंने छोड़ा अपना कोर्स था मैं जॉब पे लगा कॉल सेंटर पैशन लाइफ हुई हार्ड तब बिना भरोसा भगवान से उठा पैसा कमा रहा था मैं पर मेरा पैशन था प्योर तेरा दून छोड़ा निकला दिल्ली की ओर रास्ते में था हिमांशु का कॉल पता चला मुझे नहीं रहा मेरा दोस्त लॉस्ट माय बेस्ट फ्रेंड आंखें नम बहुत भगवान से पूछा कि क्यों करा ये और आवाज नहीं आई ना कोई जवाब उसकी मैयत पे नहीं गया मैं cause I was in shock भगवान पे डाउट आया पूछा क्यों ये करा मेरा भाई था वो माना नहीं था सगा सच बोलूं तो नहीं मुझे आज भी यकीन वो था स्विमिंग कोच तो कैसे डूब के मरा मैं काफी रोया although
Irony.
That's also rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's bullshit that men don't cry.
Yeah, no, definitely cry.
Yeah.
Men cry. I cry.
Yeah.
You give me a good song or a good, video game.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, he just lost his best friend, and once you're out of shock, like, cry. Like, you gotta let it out. It's really poisonous to keep that kind of stuff in you just for some, toxic masculinity reason of men don't cry, If that's how you feel, go in a closet and cry. But cry,
Right.
Yeah.
मुझे मुझे आज भी यकीन वो था स्विमिंग कोच तो कैसे डूब के मरा मैं काफी रोया Although men don't cry लेके काफी सवाल आगे बढ़ने का ट्राई 31st न्यू ईयर मेरा काम से था ऑफ उस रात जो भी हुआ उसका आज तक है खौफ डैड के नंबर से कॉल पर पापा नहीं बोले अजनबी थी आवाज जो सुना लगा रोने माँ का चेहरा है याद साथ लिया बस भागा यकीन नहीं अस्पताल में It was a dead body It was my dad's body मैंने सोचा उठे बस एक बार बोले उस दिन मांगा भगवान से हाथ खोल कर उससे कुछ नहीं मिला फिर भी लोग यही बोले के जो भी होता होता अच्छे के लिए लेकिन बाप खोना कैसा अच्छा बच्चे के लिए तब से कोई पूजा पाठ नहीं माना मैंने ठाना पहले दोस्त फिर बाप मैंने उस रात जाना के दुनिया में भगवान नहीं है
I would say be careful with this mentality if any of you are
Stuck in this mentality.
And it's not a defense of religion. It's
Oh, absolutely. You just heard us talk about it.
It is in defense of just life itself.
Yeah.
Religious, not religious, we all lose everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Nobody leaves this world with anything.
It's
You just don't.
one of the weirdest things to come to grips with. And it's funny, I was thinking about this. I think about this at least once a month or so. It's really weird. At some point in life, you will always do something for the last time. You won't know it's the last time.
Right.
But it's the last time. A prime example. I can't remember the last time I picked up either of my kids.
Right.
I don't know what causes it.
Your back.
Other than my back
Your
being
back.
like, fucking
That's
quit
exactly, yeah.
But yeah, but here's the thing though, too. It wasn't even like you pick them up and you're like, man, I can't be doing that anymore.
No, it's just you stop.
You just stop.
And so it's very important the things that you value to do often because you never know when it's just gonna.
But yeah, you're always going to experience something for the last time. And you're also always going to lose everybody. Even if you don't lose everyone individually, at some point you're going to die and lose them all at the same time. So,
I mean, everybody's life path is different, and all of our ages, our values, or whatever determines that, they're different. So, we go different ways in life, or we have different lifespans. I mean, it just. That's how life goes, but I understand where this particular sentiment's coming from because this is a little bit more bitter and angry than just sort of like accepting at this point, but you've got to go through the cycles and decide.
Right.
So
there are so many stages of grief. 6, I think.
5. And unfortunately, bad things happen to good people. Death still happens to good people.
And good things happen to bad people.
Unfortunately, which is even more unfair in my opinion. Yeah. In my opinion. But yeah.
पहले दोस्त फिर बाप मैंने उस रात जाना के दुनिया में भगवान नहीं है तो उसे परवाह नहीं है यहाँ पे भगवान नहीं है तो उसे परवाह नहीं लगा रैप करने पैसा बनाया फ्रॉम पैशन गानों में निकाला अपना पेन एग्रेशन जो करते रिलेट वो बोले यंग लेजेंड गॉट हार्ड अर्न मनी बट हार्डर लेसन्स पैसा भी कमाया और कमाए काफी दोस्त सब साथ ब्रेड तोड़े मेरे नाम के यहाँ टोस्ट शो पे के ए आरे में चिल्लाए मेरा नाम लोग मारते हैं चैंट्स मेरे काम का है शो बैक टू बैक हिट्स एंड बैक टू बैक टेक्स सब फ्यूल में बदला मिली जितनी भी हेट जिन्हें टीवी पे सुना या तो साथ या खिलाफ थैंक्स टू माय स्टार्स कर्मा वन ऑफ द ग्रेट्स आई फील ऊपर बैठे हैं जो रखते ख्याल मेरे दोस्त मेरे दादा और मेरे फादर साहब दे मेड दिस श्योर के एम ना चुके तो तुम ही दो जवाब कैसे मान लूं मैं ये के दुनिया में भगवान नहीं है तो उसे परवाह नहीं है यहाँ पे भगवान नहीं है तो उसे परवाह नहीं
I do like the idea of the living ancestors. There's tons of cultures that believe that their ancestors continue on through them, live vicariously through them.
Right.
It's a good way to not feel alone.
It reminds me of Lion King.
Actually, when you were talking about things a little earlier, I was about to start singing The Circle of Life, so there is that.
I'm not even talking about the Circle of Life, but more so like there's that scene where Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa are all laying down and they're staring up at the sky
And they see
and
his...
talking about what the stars mean.
Yeah. Or Rafiki showing him his father in the clouds, right?
Right.
Yeah, no, it was when we were talking about
Look hard.
that everybody dies and so on and so forth that I was thinking of The Circle of Life.
It's the circle of life. And if you're in the right cannibalistic tribe, they eat you.
Again, that was done to honor their ancestors and to carry a bit of their ancestors with them. So it has been a thought pattern in humans for many, many, many generations. And honestly, most of the tribes, including the indigenous first people of our country, have very, very strong ancestral sort of beliefs.
Right.
And they've, Anyway, I did enjoy it. His voice is wonderful, and I hope that he's found some healing doing music and expressing all of the anger and pain and confusion in a way that's more healthy than bottling it all up.
I feel like there's this actually fits up there. There's a lot of artists that do like Dear God type songs. Where they question their faith.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. I know Hobson did like Ill Mind of Hobson, somewhere between 6 and 10.
Dax did Dear God
Dax did
specifically.
Dear God specifically.
There's quite a few.
There's been several. I can't think of all. I had like 4 more in my head before I started talking, and then poof.
Right.
But I tend to like those tracks quite a bit.
They're very honest.
And there's a lot of people that will pretend to be something they're not, just to keep from any conversation that they don't want to have.
Right.
So when people actually put songs out like this where they're super honest about their feelings, it's a lot more open.
Yeah. I feel like if people tell you that they've never once questioned their faith,
They're lying.
they're lying. Or they're validly under 13 years old. So, but I think that's how you're supposed to grow. You either choose one path or another. It's not just 2 paths, but,
One way or
Right.
another.
Anyway, I enjoyed that. I'm glad to listen to some more Karma. I did like the raw sort of vulnerability shown in this, and happy to know a little bit more about him from his past, although his past, idyllic as it was up until he left and moved to Delhi, is sad. That is sad.
I'm curious on how he lost his father. Because he didn't really go into detail. He said he got a call from his dad's
No,
phone and
but-
then showed up and his dad's body was
Yeah.
there. So.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Anyways. With that being said, we love you guys. We'll see you
see you
next time. Bye-bye.